Are these innovative lenders, alternative lenders, are they a threat to brick and mortar bankers? Because what they're trading speed to market for higher rates. And are these type of financing schemes a threat to traditional bankers?
I hope not, but I think the biggest threat is ultimately it's a threat to small business, because in our shop here, we get many calls from clients who've been through a couple of these, because what happens is there's a very high renewal rate on these loans because they can't pay it off fast enough. So
right.
They renew and they stack it up, and then they get another lender. And
it's payday lending. It's payday lending for Main Street, absolutely.
And after a couple of these, the balance sheet is so shot, and the cash flow is so shot that it's very hard to save the business. So I do think it's a threat in that respect.
Go ahead.
I think the bigger threat, Bob, there's a bigger threat, I think, to the cash advance lenders or cash advance like lenders, as well as to mainstream. And I see this as a more positive thing, is we've seen a whole family of lenders now that aren't offering these usurious rates, whether it's the foundations, the deal structs, the funding circle, the lending clubs, and they're more popping up every day, who are funding at much more reasonable rates with much more reasonable amortizations, and they're doing it in about a week. Okay.
What do you think about? On my panel was a gentleman from Prosper, and what I was fascinating in doing a little research at Prosper, and for those of you on the line, you want to just Google Prosper loan default rates. They're very transparent. One of the focuses on this panel was transparency, as well as understanding how much these deals really cost and what is the true cost to Main Street. But Prosper was very transparent in terms of their loan losses. They have buckets. They rate it from A to F with average credit scores, and the default rates are right there. I've never even seen that from traditional brick and mortar lenders, much less Wells Fargo the other day announced a $100 billion commitment to small business lending.
Yeah, and we see something very similar from Lending Club. Okay, and that transparency is great, and the APR is great. And so one of the guys is some guy on Twitter who spars with me all the time, and after my post, he said,
Is that me?
No, you love me, Bob. And he put on Twitter saying, what do you expect? You expect the alternative lenders to put their APR in all their loan documents? And I said, geez, that's a good idea. Why don't they do that? And then the small business owner can know what they're signing up for and decide if it's worth it for them or not. There might be times where it makes total sense for a small business owner to take an 84% APR loan because they're still going to make more money. But let's let them know, let's be clear and transparent about the pricing they're getting, what they're signing up for, and make sure they have a plan, a good plan that they can afford it and work their way out of it.
I love it. Ami Kassar, blogger extraordinaire for the Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg. Ami, I love your columns. For those of you who don't follow his stuff, just Google him and read him. He is a big-time advocate for small business people and not getting ripped off by these innovative lenders. Ami, thanks for the conversation.
Thank you very much, Bob. Take care now.
I enjoyed it.